you're probably the best person to talk about it. Either of you play GTA? I imagine at least one of you played.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
remember watching Smosh play GTA, and they had the SpongeBob.
Smosh. Jesus.
Dude, do you remember them? Like,
wow, I do. Yeah.
Dude, it's kind of sad because their original cast like kind of separated. Like
The
Mari.
two guys.
Yeah. So Anthony Padilla, he has his own YouTube channel that's way better than Smosh because he interviews like other YouTubers and he does like weird challenges with them too. But it's just like him interviewing people. And then Smosh is kind of going downhill because like their content went kind of stupid.
They were a retarded bro comedy. Oh, did you say that?
No, you can't.
Stupid bro comedy.
Thank you.
Stupid bro comedy. A little note for Chris there.
Yeah. But yeah, then like Smosh Games like kind of separated too. Like they got rid of Sohinki. Like he left on his own, but like I think he got fired. And then when the whole company went downhill because like you remember when they went bankrupt?
No, you're way too deep for me. Like I just remember.
Oh my god, it was like a whole thing because they had Bose. She was like a new Swash Games member, and she was on Just Kidding News, and she was like telling her whole story. Like she was doing a live stream for them, and then all of a sudden she got a phone call on live stream, and she's like, "Dude, we just lost our jobs."
Lol.
Yeah.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to laugh.
Yeah, me neither.
But,
That was really mean.
Yep.
But yeah, a different YouTube channel bought them, but like it went really dumb. Like I watched it and I was like, I can't do it because like their new cast, it has Shane Top, who plays in the Goldbergs as like the blonde bro who's like really dumb.
The Goldbergs.
Oh my
that's
god.
Roseanne after No Roseanne.
No, that's the Connors.
I don't know anything.
Okay, so Rockstar.
Sorry, I went off topic.
Rockstar
again.
confirms Grand Theft Auto 6 is on the way. You know, it's only like a gazillion years late.
It's taking forever.
Yeah, right. Says by this time, like I'll have my AARP card by the time it comes out, roughly. So it says Rockstar Games has officially confirmed a new Grand Theft Auto is on its way. As yet, the company hasn't shared any details about the game, but has assured fans development is well underway.
They've made so much money off 5.
Yep.
Yes.
It's the why would you want to even invest in a new one? So it says in the latest Grand Theft Auto community update, Rockstar said, with the unprecedented longevity of Grand Theft Auto 5, we know many of you have been asking about a new entry. It's almost like they're like, do we have to?
Yep.
Like that's like we didn't really think this would last this long. Do we even need to make a new game now? It says with every new project we embark on, our goal is to always to significantly move beyond what we have previously delivered, and we are pleased to confirm that that active development for the next entry of Grand Theft Auto is well underway. That was like the most like CEO statement. Like they always speak in like legalese. It's like, oh, we've reviewed the data, but how do you even make this game in the current in our current political and like polarized and extremely sensitive climate? How do you it's easily cancelable. It's going to be not bad. I imagine it's going to be bad.
You know, I
you
don't
have
know.
hope?
How much do you know about Grand Theft Auto 5?
Not much.
So Grand Theft Auto 5 is kind of an enigma because 1 through 4 came out like 8 months, 12, 16 months, like a year or like less than a year in between them every time. And this one has had a huge gap. And it's because it has like an online feature that the other ones didn't have. And from what I've learned about the online community, it's like, there's a trillion of them playing that game. And there's some that just log in and hang out with their friends and play as normal. Yeah. And there's some people that log into that game to LARP. And they're LARPing like, I am a police officer, so I'm going to arrest people when they're committing crimes in this world. I am, I imagine
Second Life
in Grand Theft Auto.
Real cop just gets off work and he's like, I love the law.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going online to further enforce the law in my other jurisdiction.
And they get like those walkie-talkies, and they have their other friends that are like fake cops, and they talk each other on the walkie-talkies. Yeah, I'm seeing someone on this highway. I'm going to make a... It's like, dude, it's wild.
But it's like, these games are have always been very politically incorrect.
They're not PC. They're about violence, prostitution, like all of that jazz.
I was at Sarah downstairs. She's like, they're not going to be able to kill strippers in strip clubs.
Nope, and you can't do fornication anymore.
You're gonna. Yeah, you're gonna. That's the whole point of the game.
So it says, we look forward to sharing more soon as we are ready. So please stay tuned to the Rockstar's Newswire for official details. And then up here, I found like there's a bunch of like rumors about what might come with it. And it's got like, it's so funny if you look at the gap here.
Yeah.
About months between games. And you get down to 5, and then it says the Ballad of Gay Tony, The Lost and the Damned. But it says, when could GTA 6's release date be? Long story short, if Rockstar had announced GTA 6 the day after Red Dead Redemption 2 came out in October 26th of 2018, then based on historical delays between console, GTA announcements, and release, we'd be waiting around 22 months. So they're saying like what? That's like almost 2 years.
Sounds about right.
Oh man, like the height's gonna be like the election's gonna be coming up.
But that's normal. That's normal. Like they always announce these games like way ahead of time.
Yep.
The original Final Fantasy remake, dude, like it got announced on the PlayStation 3, and it eventually came out at like the bitter end of the PlayStation 4.
Yep. And I mean, I saw like there are still people who like talk about Duke Nukem Forever coming out.
Oh my god!
Like literally, like documentaries have been made about the production hell of that game. I'm vintage. I collect and keep all old systems. So I haven't played new video games in years, but I collect everything up through like first generation PlayStation 2 and earlier down to Atari. So. This goes against earlier rumors that stated that GTA 6 could launch in October 2023 and would be set in Miami. That's from a dubious online source, so it's probably not accurate. It says, what will GTA 6 be setting be? So what do you think?
It would make sense in Miami because if you think about how the gaming development is going, like they have to go on site and they get a bunch of, like source material and things like that. And like right now in the US, like where else would it be like the most comfortable to do it? So it's kind of it's smart thing.
So it says a few years back, reports of a London setting for GTA 6 originated via Rockstar Games, putting the next game potentially right on the doorstep of its own studio. Rockstar co-founder Dan Houser said the following back in September 2013. So I think it's far more likely that Miami than the UK, right?
The UK would be cooler because like they've all been like in this area.
No guns, just knives.
I mean, you'll get guns.
Says, what will GTA 6's story be? As for the GTA 6 story, there are plenty of rumors that in that department as well. From multiple protagonists to a single male hero, the chances of that seem highly unlikely in current climate. It will be a very diverse hero.
Oh, yeah.
The 2020 Reddit leak suggested that it would be set in the 1970s or 80s and feature a single male protagonist who is an up-and-coming drug lord wannabe named Ricardo. Another key character... Okay, that they could do that. Maybe they do that. Another key character is Casey, is part of the narrative. According to that leak, you'll start off as a grunt doing runs as a cocaine smuggler from Vice City.
It has to be a white guy because they can't paint a minority to be a criminal.
Nope, that would be social. That would be very politically incorrect.
Right, so it'll be a white guy.
That would be my guess. But women can be. We need to make women criminals again.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, go ahead.
Miracle, would you like to be? I mean, there's a lot of talk about representation. Would you like to be represented heavily in GTA 6? Would you like a character modeled after you?
Well, I thought GTA already had Asian characters.
I'm saying, but you can be the main bad guy in GTA 6.
That's cool. So you want a 5'2" woman chasing after you?
You would have to be very violent and proactive.
Thanks for asking. That's exactly what I want.
How did you know?
How did you know you wanted a tiny person to chase after you?
Yep. Will there be a GTA 6 PC release? It is pretty clear at this stage that GTA 6 will be a PS5 and Xbox X release, especially in light of the upcoming GTA 5 next-gen post for the console and PC. However, whether a GTA 6 PC port will be released at the same time as its console counterparts isn't quite as straightforward. Is that common? I thought do they usually come out at the same time?
No, usually GTAs come like a year or 2 years in console, then like 1 year after in
other games.
In PC, yeah.
But I'm saying, in other games, is that the same? Not just GTA, but in other releases.
Sometimes they usually they're.
Didn't Cyberpunk release all at once?
Man,
but it was bad. But but the PC version was bad.
There's 3 different models. Number 1 is like platform exclusive. Number 2 is like for everyone, and number 3 is like on this platform for like a year or 2, and then on others after that.
Okay. And then
GTA usually is the latter, the third one.
Don't most of these make their money through the multiplayer mode, anyways? Through
this game definitely through the microtransactions.
Yeah. Like that's how they make their money.
This one in particular. Yeah.
I know people hate microtransactions.
They're terrible. It's upselling the game. Like it's like, would you like to play your game? Pay more.
Loot boxes, stuff like that, right? So I don't know. I imagine that you'll be excited to play this when it comes out. No,
this is one of the very few games outside of like role playing that I play. So like, yeah, I'll play it. I didn't play 5, but it's been so long that I'll probably play it.
You should play 5 and brush up.
I should.
You should. Mm-hmm. You should.
Jumping in on it like 10 years later or something.
That'd
like how old is that game?
Miracle, any interest in this? Are you more of a phone gamer?
I am, but I like watching other people play games.
See, that is such a weird subculture of people that love to watch other people. I'll never understand.
I blame Smosh Games and PewDiePie.
Okay,
I blame them.
I get it.
Some strategy games are fun to watch because like you're seeing like a top player's like, oh, so that's like the strategy.
And a lot of them, I mean, they're not just gamers; they're entertainers as well. They have to be both engaging and good at what they're doing. But it's just like it's for every like. I guess that's probably a personality type. Like I loved playing sports. I never cared much for watching sports.
But also, like, think of it like games are expensive. So, like, for kids that don't have that much disposable income, they can watch the game first and be like, oh, yeah, that's cool. That's down my alley. And they buy it then.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, like, that's the same concept with me watching reviews before watching the actual movie.
I've stopped doing that.
I stopped doing it, too, because, like, you want us to have a pure response to it.
Yep, I don't want an opinion of something colored by a reviewer.
Editorialized.
Like we did a review early on here where I saw it free and clear, but then watched a review before we did our review of it, and it ended up affecting how I delivered my own review of it. So now I won't watch anything. Like Jeremy Johns just put up his review for Death on the Nile, and I'm not going to watch it until after we go see the movie and then record the review of it, because I find that people are too susceptible to
that type of thing. So
you're
doing a good thing.
So I don't know. We'll see what comes with this. This is one of those things where, since I'm not the big gamer, I do know that a lot of people in this house or at this office are gamers. So
it's a super big game. It's a super controversial game.
Yes.
Everything that you're saying is gonna happen. Like it's gonna stir a lawsuit. But I mean, if your company's called Rockstar,
yep.
You can't be like, bowing to the mob.
But the thing is but whether they do, they're still a publicly traded company, right? Like they're still a massive organization that has to care about public image, even if that image, even if it becomes incongruous with like what you're selling, right? Who knows? We will see. Miracle, are you going to play it when it comes out?
Maybe. Do we have the console for it? Are we going to play it on PC, Dane?
I don't think it's coming for PC. I mean, we don't know. The game's not even announced.
I'm guessing it would be if you guys...
Watch it be a big slap in the face, and they're like, only on the streaming Steam Deck. Watch it be a big slap in the face.
No, it'll probably be like a Xbox or PS exclusive.
I think it said PS5 and Xbox X.
Yep.
I mean, and Xbox, they're always at war, so you never know. Like if they buy like the licensing like at the last moment.
Yep. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.